All right. Hey, Rockstar, Steve, aka Void here, and I want to welcome you to Monday's Rock. This is episode 1 called My 3 Keys to Success. Now, before we get to the episode, I want to let you know that if you want to practice less and play more, if you want to play more songs with a lot less practice, definitely check out my book, Practice Less, Play More. You could grab that below, playmoresongs.com. Check that out. There's some great bonuses in there, and actually today I'm going to be, you can see there's some light setup over here. I'm going to be doing some filming today, releasing my companion video course to Practice Less, Play More. So you can get that below playmoresongs.com. You can get that at actually a pretty crazy deal. So let's get to my 3 keys to success. All right, I'm experimenting with some new formats this week, and I realized that on Mondays, see, I always really like Mondays because Mondays are a new beginning. It's a fresh start. You press the reset button on your week, okay? But not everybody loves Mondays. Some people dread Mondays, okay? And they work for the weekend. You know, it really comes down to a mindset. And this is what I want to share in this first episode. I think it's very fitting that no matter what you're working on, obviously we talk about guitar a lot, but no matter what you're working on, I want to talk about the 3 components that really will contribute to very rapid success, okay? And, you know, I know we hear a lot of things like this, like try this or try this or try that, and we don't often take action on those. Those just seem like nice ideas. I work on a lot of things at all times, and also I'm a new dad. I have a baby girl, and you know, taking care of her and navigating that whole experience, I've had to come up with different ways to create success in my life and be successful. And that doesn't necessarily mean financial success. It's not only, that has to do with like health. It has to do with being a good dad. It has to do with really achieving any creative project. Like, for example, even writing this book. So when it comes to being successful at anything, I really found that there are 3 major components. And this has been my template for the entire year. For 2019, it all started with deciding I'm going to protect my focus, okay? That's the number one thing. Protect my focus. Because when I protect my focus of every single situation, I make sure to protect my focus. It started with something as simple as buying noise-canceling headphones. So protecting my focus is basically sorry, I just got a comment over here. I'm from Twitch. Your channel is better. Happy to help you with the promotion. Okay, yeah, so just a little bit of, seems like a bit of spam. So protecting my focus is the number one thing, because I always noticed that I was getting distracted. Like right now, actually, I got to protect my focus. I've got to look straight ahead. So protecting my focus, number one thing. That's how I was able to write the book. That's how I was able to turn that into a Play from Day One mentorship. That's how I was able to create this companion video course. That's how I was able to literally do everything and see it through to completion, was by starting with protecting my focus. Anytime that you know, my daughter was crying or it was noisy inside the house, I would just always say to myself, okay, how can I protect my focus here? And that's what would dictate what to do next. And I'll give you some examples as well, but I want to get through the 3 keys. So that's key number 1. The second key is to remove any friction. I can't stress it enough how much friction there is getting in your way to doing what you want to do. So let's talk about guitar for a second. If your guitar is inside your case and you have to take it out, that's friction. If you have to, if you have to look for a video, if you have to look for tabs, if you have to look for anything while you're trying to practice, then that's going to be friction, okay? That's between you and your goal of playing a song, okay? Between you and your goal of preparing for a gig, between you and your goal of writing a song. Whatever you might be doing with your guitar, you want to remove as much friction as possible. Okay, so remove friction. Third, and probably, it's funny because, you know, protecting your focus is very important and removing friction is very important, but the number one thing that's going to keep you in the game, and that means if you're learning songs, if you're writing songs, if you're achieving anything, trying to learn any skill, achieving any project, you have to prevent overwhelm, okay? Preventing overwhelm is possibly the greatest key to success, because this is why you might be part of a mentorship or a membership or a class, or you might be part of, you might want to achieve something, but then you don't do it 2 weeks later, it's like the goal never happened. It's like you never even got inspired at all. When you're inspired, you might have about 14 days to max. That's what I found. About 14 days max to act on that inspiration. And typically why people want to start working out, or want to lose weight, or want to eat healthy, or want to sleep earlier, or want to write a book, or want to play guitar, they get inspired, and then about 2 weeks later, when life gets in the way, if you're not careful, then you'll probably get overwhelmed, and then that same fire that was burning before will go away. So when you know going into it that you need to protect your focus, remove friction, and prevent overwhelm, then you're going to succeed. There's nothing stopping you except for you deciding, I'm going to stop. There's nothing that's going to stop you. Okay? So once again, protecting your focus. How can you protect your focus if that's a noisy house and getting noise canceling headphones? If it's you have to go somewhere else to, or maybe in your practice space, you have, when you close the door, you can't really hear anything, but there's a separate space for you to practice. Or maybe you're practicing in one room, but it's really a better idea if you practice somewhere else. How can you protect your focus? That's number one. I want you to let me know inside the comments. Number two, remove friction. So when I prepare for a practice session, I have a process called pre-practice. So before the session, I'll get the songbook. I'll mark it up with whatever notes I need so that it's easier for me when I'm actually practicing. I get my water. I tune my guitar. I get my capo. I clip my nails. All these things that I do to prepare for practice. Pre-practice. I listen to the song a few times. I'm preparing. I'm removing any friction. The guitar is already out on a stand, so I just have to pick it up and everything is ready to go on the screen. Removing friction. Last, definitely not least, possibly most important, preventing overwhelm. When this guy is overwhelmed, nothing is going to happen. You're not going to want to do anything. You're going to procrastinate. You're going to get confused, frustrated, disappointed, and you'll probably end up either storing, selling, or smashing your guitar when you're overwhelmed. So preventing overwhelm, simplify songs, simplify what you're doing, slow down, get results on one section of a song before moving on to another. Work on one song for a day and then move on to another one another day. Do not overwhelm yourself. It's really, you focus on these three things: protect your focus, remove friction, and prevent overwhelm, and you will succeed. I guarantee it. That's, if you look at any previous failure, by the way, there's only, you have winning and learning, not losing, because we're going to take what didn't work before and we're just going to tweak it. Okay, so there's no such thing as true failure unless you decide to quit. Okay, so as you move into this week here, I want you to do three things. I want you to write down one way that you could protect your focus. I want you to write down one way that you could remove friction to make it easier for you to get the result that you want. And most importantly, one way that you could prevent overwhelm. That might be asking me for help. That might be simplifying a song. That might be as simple as just making sure that you practice in the morning before your day starts, because at night you're overwhelmed and you're tired, or there's just craziness in your household. So I want you to come up with those three things. I want you to comment with them. This is my favorite stuff. I want to read your comment and I'll reply back. It'll either be inside the comments or I'll reply back in another video. But those three things, those have been the keys to my success so far with every single thing that I've done. When I look back even at things that I've done before, even before I define these three things, I remember that I did protect my focus in that situation. I did remove friction from that situation, and I did prevent overwhelm in that situation. And that's what got me not only to succeed, but to succeed quicker. Okay? So it's not just about succeeding, it's also succeeding in a pretty rapid amount of time, because you have those three things top of mind. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed Monday's Rock, because there'll be more episodes coming up so that you can get on with your week and actually attack it with knowing that you're going to be successful. And these motivational videos, if you like this, please let me know. Share with your friends. Let anybody know who needs this message, share it with them. And definitely, if you want to learn more strategies, if you're serious about actually succeeding with guitar, then definitely check out Practice Less, Play More if you haven't already. PlayMoreSongs.com. You could even see inside the URL, Play More Songs. That's what the whole point of this book is all about. And hopefully you will check that out if you haven't already, and you'll start getting some results. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.